Okay, guys, before we jump in, I need to tell you something I've genuinely been loving recently. I've been drinking Hyro most days, and I didn't realize how much of a difference proper hydration would actually make. I always thought I was good because I drink heaps of water, but I exercise so much and I'm sweating so much that adding electrolytes has been a game changer for my energy and for those random headaches. It's sugar-free, made with natural ingredients, and it just tastes so good. If you want to try it, you can get 50% off your first subscription at www.drinkhyro.com/Danny Duncan. That's drinkhyro.com/Danny Duncan. You also get a free welcome kit, flavor samples to find your new flavor, free shipping, and there's also a 30-day money-back guarantee. When you try it, make sure you message me or tag me and tell me your favorite flavor. I'm team watermelon right now. Now, let's get into today's episode. Hello, welcome back to Life with Danni Duncan. At time of recording, I am still in my sweaty house, just in case you were wondering. I am clammy, there's no aircon, there's no fans. I am desperately trying to find us another rental, and for somehow our budget just keeps going up and up and up because I just need to get out of here. And it feels very first world problem after what I've been through, but I just feel like at 40, I'm allowed to be in an environment in my home that I feel nice in, you know? I feel like when you work from home especially, your home is your, I don't know, what's the word I'm trying to look for? It makes my soul feel good, and right now my soul doesn't feel great. So anyway, trying not to focus on that because, you know, just like normal, there's lots of good and lots of things to be grateful for. So I wanted to jump on here because I haven't done anything around movement, around exercise, around working out. And I had a conversation with someone this morning, and you guys know I get passionate, but I had this conversation around exercise. Menopausal woman telling me she's not feeling great, telling me she's spending, are you ready for it? Oh my God, $1,000 a month on supplements that someone told her to take for her hormones. What the fuck? Then when I asked her what her nutrition and her movement was like, she said, I walk and my nutrition's not great. Now, shut the front door for a second, guys, and sit down and turn your listening ears on. That's what my kids do when they come back from daycare. Turn your listening ears on. I say they don't do that when they come back from daycare. They should, but that's what they tell me. They tell them to say. I'm like, cool, can we apply that to home? Anyway, I digress. So I'm listening to this woman, and the thing when women come to me and they want to talk to me is I am a very empathetic person because I'm so passionate about what I do have a tendency to sometimes go into fix mode and into coach mode straight away. And I have to really pull myself back and validate their feelings first and foremost and sort of allow them to think. And, you know, you guys, you know, I do this with everyone that I talk to. Allow you to think that you have been doing potentially the right thing before telling you you've actually been doing the wrong thing. Now, when someone comes to me and tells me they're spending $1,000 a month on supplements, they can't afford coaching. Well, you can't afford coaching because you're spending $1,000 a month on supplements, but that you're not even doing any more than walking and your nutrition's not good and you are fully aware of that, it is such a red flag for me. And I feel so bad, and I've been talking about it lately, and we're going to talk about it more on some more podcasts coming because, I don't know, I'm just feeling really passionate about this topic at the moment. But I feel like supplement companies, hormone doctors or whatever they're called, like where are they coming from? All these people are targeting women at their most vulnerable through menopause, through perimenopause, you know, got my own thoughts around that, through this stage of their life, without even addressing the things that are actually going to help you. Most of your health issues, your gut issues, or most of those issues will actually get sorted if you just did a couple of small things. And you want to know what those small things are? I bet you can guess what I'm going to say. And, you know, sometimes I think people go, oh my God, Danni, she's always banging on about whole foods and exercise. Like, it's not that simple. Guys, it is that simple. It's that simple. Okay, there's going to be some variances with different people. Everybody's different. There's going to be, you know, some small variances there when people might need other things to support their health depending on what they're going through, what they've been through. But for the most part, when someone comes to me and says they're feeling lethargic, they're feeling moody, they're feeling bloated, they've got irregular bowel habits. Now, first and foremost, as you guys would know, my first thing is, can I ask, have you gone to the doctor, got your bloods done, and have you had a colonoscopy? My first point of call. of course, for obvious reasons. Bowel cancer, really worried about it, especially in this age group. But if you've done that and you've ticked off that box and you're coming to me, as I said, with fatigue, lethargy, you can't sleep, you're bloated, you're not feeling like you can digest things, you're moody, you're brain foggy, you're feeling irritable, and then you tell me that you walk and that you don't think your nutrition is that great, it is this simple. Most of your problems will be sorted out if you increase your movement. And no, I'm not just talking about going for some more walks. I'm talking about actually strength training, build some muscle mass, improve your bone density. In turn, by moving, you're going to then improve your gut health first and foremost. You're going to improve your mental health. And then when we start eating more whole foods, reducing ultra-processed food, eating more regularly, understanding what fuels our bodies and our brains, that is all you need. Now, the problem we've got is that everyone is so fucking busy, and I get it, I'm also busy, that we have such dysregulated nervous systems that we physically feel like we are so overwhelmed we cannot possibly fit anything else into our lives. And so it is easier to get a supplement, pop it, and hope for the fucking best. But I'm going to tell you two things right now. One, it is a fucking Band-Aid. And a Band-Aid that actually might not work. I had someone else message me last night and go, Danni, what do you think of this? I've been taking it for 4 weeks. I went, that's a load of crock. And she's like, it's so fucking expensive. And she goes, if I'm being honest, I haven't noticed a difference. Of course you haven't noticed a difference. Okay? The people that say they notice the difference as well, it's probably fucking placebo. If you believe something is going to work for you, it probably will. You'll probably make it work because you'll start acting like a person that is feeling better. You think that something's going to make your gut health better? You start acting like someone who has better gut health. So therefore, your gut's actually probably going to feel better, right? But guys, I know how overwhelming it is. I know everyone's busy, but our nervous systems are so overrun, we have to take a step back. Because I know some of you are probably sitting here going, I get it, Danni. I need to strength train 3 times a week. I need to walk every day. I need to do intentional exercise. I need to eat whole foods. I need to drink more water. And you see the memes and the reels and the toxic empathy of people, you know, when they're running and people are throwing things at them, like trying to do all the fucking things. And I even did one myself during chemotherapy, pouring a glass of wine, trying to look after 4 kids, trying to exercise, trying to drink water, all while doing chemotherapy. Like, I played on it too. But the reality is I played on it, but I actually was doing the things, right? But I know it's overwhelming. I know you're busy and I know you feel like you don't have time. But I'm going to say this again. If you don't make time for your health now, you're going to be forced to make time for your illness later on. And when you're forced to make time for your illness from someone that has been there, it's not fun. Not only is it not fun, it's scary, it's stressful, it's debilitating, it's mentally exhausting. And for me, it's always there. It's always there. There's always something coming up. At the moment, I'm getting genetic testing done because I have a gene that's not great. It's always something. It's in there. And I've been forced to do this. So guys, if you can reduce that, do it. But it's not going to happen by taking a pill and not changing anything else in your life. You can't sit there and tell your friends, oh my God, yeah, I just don't have time to go to the gym. Like, who has time to go to the gym? Who has time to go for a walk? And yeah, like we're having frozen meals or whatever every week, but I'm taking this supplement and it's really helping. It's fucking not helping. It's actually helping your bank balance go down very quickly. And who knows actually what it's actually doing to your insides, what it's actually doing to your gut health. Because guys, taking a supplement or something that you don't actually know what it is, because let's be honest, the people that are marketing this, and I said this in a reel the other day, are mainly influencers who are reading a script from the back of a packet that they've been handed by the brand. They don't know what they're talking about. You're just taking it and believing it because marketing is massive. You believe it for your kids' food. You buy the Paul's yogurt with all the sugar and the artificial things in. You buy the Super Dupers. You buy the shit because of marketing, because it looks good. And you buy the supplements because you want to feel better and someone is promising you that with a pill or a scoop of something or a miracle cream, a 5-step fucking morning routine that's going to make you look younger. Do you know what's going to make you look younger? Getting less sun, getting more sleep, drinking more water, reducing your alcohol intake, exercising. That's going to help your skin. Your skin is an organ. Okay, I'm going around in circles. Let's go back. Let's pull it back. Let's pull it back. So when you come to me and you've got poor gut health, you're bloated, you're lethargic, you feel like you can't lose weight, you've got the mum pouch, you can't feel like you can't get up in the morning, you can't sleep, you're moody, you're grumpy, and then you go, that's okay. Someone's told me this is what happens at this stage of life. Here's a pill to make it better. And it's going to cost you a fucking arm and a leg and half a kidney. So you do it because you hope that's going to happen. And that means you don't actually have to change anything in your life. You don't actually make any changes. But the reality is it's not going to actually work. It's not going to help you long term unless you take some lifestyle changes. And I'm not talking about going for more walks. Walking is great. Don't get me wrong. I will promote walking for every day of my life. Walking is one of the best things you can do for your health, but it's not enough. Okay? It is not enough. Your incidental exercise is not enough. You want to be doing at least 30 minutes of moderately intense exercise every single day. Now, at the start, I can see you're going, that seems so fucking overwhelming, Danni. I think I might have a panic attack. I totally get it. That's the long-term goal. The long-term goal is to do a minimum of 3 strength sessions a week. That is lifting your weights and overloading the muscles to build muscle mass, to protect your bones, to build bone density. Now, what we do when we do that is we reduce our risk of osteoporosis. Strong bones, strong joints. Strong muscles means you're going to have strong joints because the joint is now protected. More muscle mass means you're going to metabolize things better. More muscle mass means you're going to find it easier to lose weight. More muscle mass means you're going to be able to run around with your kids longer and you're going to age better. So 3 times a week minimum is the ultimate goal. Okay? On the other days, we want to be doing something for your cardiovascular system. Going for a brisk walk. Like I'm talking, depending how much you weigh and how often you have been walking prior to this, anywhere from 12 kilometers an hour to under. 11, 10, 9 if you're relatively light and you've been walking consistently. A brisk 30-minute minimum, 30-minute walk on those other days. Now, for some of you, that might be a run. You might be a runner. It might be a cycle. It might be a kayak. It's something intentional for 30 minutes. Don't come to me and go, but Danni, I do my 10,000 steps a day. Yeah, girlfriend, walking around the house and after the kids, that's not intentional exercise. So the ultimate goal, let's get to a minimum of 3 strength sessions a week and 30 minutes on all the other days of some sort of cardiovascular exercise, because your heart is also a muscle that needs to be used to be healthy, to grow properly, to be able to actually last a lifetime. And then, so that's number 1, no one's actually doing enough exercise to start with. And you think the Pilates you're doing is enough. It's not enough. The second thing is, you actively tell me that your diet could be better. That's not great. And again, you put it back down to time, but actually it's not time, it's education, accountability, understanding. I was talking to my mum last night after some interesting results from my geneticist, right? Which are heavy. They're heavy for me, right? And all it does to me is it makes me really passionate about helping you guys and helping people understand how important nutrition is. And do we understand the detriment we're doing to our kids and to our health by not making changes? And I said, why is everyone so ignorant, Mum? And she said, because until it happens to you or someone close to you, it's really easy to ignore it. And that really upset me. Because prior to my diagnosis, I was on this mission, wasn't I? If you guys have been listening to me and following me before May last year, this was my mission, to help you guys feel your best. You know, I've always said, and I will continue to say, I will be running a marathon at 100. Okay? And that is a big claim for someone that's had cancer. I will be doing that. But you don't do that by popping a pill. And you don't do that by ignoring the fact that the things you're doing to your health mean you're not going to get there. And if you do happen, and luckily enough to live into your 60s, 70s, and 80s, what do you want that to look like? Because with poor health and poor mobility in those years comes depression. And no one wants to be there. That's not fun either. Comes dementia and Alzheimer's. Comes not being able to do things for yourself. Not being able to get off the toilet. Wipe your own ass. Things like that. Which sounds so trivial in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, right? You go, oh, that'll never be me. Until it's you. And then you wish you'd started earlier. But again, if you try and make massive changes all at once, you're not going to do anything, because right now the overwhelm is impacting you right now. And that's why you feel so brain foggy. You feel brain foggy and fatigued and lethargic and overwhelmed because you're trying to think to do all the things and you end up doing none of the things, and you put energy into things that actually don't matter. Start putting energy into things that actually matter, that actually make a difference. Something might have to give. Something might have to stop. And that's okay if your health is better for it. But you just can't keep going on and saying one day. Because one day is now. Because before you know it, that one day will be a diagnosis, will be a fall, will be you having a mental breakdown, a marriage breakup, because you didn't look after you and you said one day. So what I want you guys to do is take away from this episode that you are going to start slowly by implementing things into your life that are actually going to help you. Because I promise you, if you start moving more and you start nourishing more and removing all those ultra-processed foods for your diet, start eating and understanding your circadian rhythm, eating, sleeping, moving all at the same time, start drinking more water, reducing your alcohol intake, surrounding yourself with people that lift you up, getting more sleep, fucking put the phone down, stop scrolling and go to sleep. Watch your gut health improve. Watch the brain fog get better. Watch your energy increase. Watch the fatigue go down. Watch your skin improve. There is nothing better than when my clients go, Danni, look at my skin. Like, I look younger. I'm like, of course you do. Once you start doing those things, you'll be amazed at the progress, and it's going to be non-scale victories initially probably. For some of you, maybe you'll see it change on the scales as well. But for the first time, you'll see non-scale victories and realize how important those are, because we forget about those. So focused on the fat loss, aren't we? I'm going to exercise for fat loss. I'm going to do this diet for fat loss. What about your health? What about your long-term health? Who cares if you lost 5 kilos in 5 weeks in 2024? If you're unhealthy now and you're not doing the things, no one cares. What, are you going to bring out photos every time? Look at me in 2024. When you're stuck in a wheelchair now, everyone will be like, well, that didn't work, did it? Long term. So you're going to go away. You're going to make a plan. You're going to incorporate, the long-term goal is to do 3 strength sessions and every other day an intentional 30-minute walk, moderate intensity. That's the minimum goal. Let's call it 6 to 12 months time. You decide where you're at. And in the next 2 weeks, you're going to write a little plan of what that looks like. Doesn't mean doing a 10-minute workout. There's express workouts on my outfit by Danni Duncan. Go and do the free trial. Try a 10-minute express workout. Go and do a 10-minute yoga. You're going to choose one thing for the next 2 weeks. What are you going to do? Where are you going to put it? Remember, you're 40% more likely to stick to things if you write them down, and you need to put it in like an appointment with yourself. When's it going? What time is it going? Then you're going to look at your nutrition, and where's the first area you're going to make a difference? Is it breakfast? Are you going to start eating breakfast for starters? And then if you are going to start eating breakfast and you haven't been, what are you eating? There's recipes on my app. What are you eating? Focus on breakfast. Great. For the next 2 weeks, I'm having a nourishing, high-protein breakfast every single fucking day at this time. And then after that, you're going to change one more thing. Okay, I'm going to remove ultra-processed snacks. What are we having for snacks? You have to have a plan. Okay, I'm going to set some time aside on Sunday. I'm going to make some protein balls. We're going to have boiled eggs. We're going to have some fruit. We're going to have a protein shake, whatever it is. And then slowly build from there. And so in 6 months' time, if I was to come to you and say, how are you feeling? Not only do you say, oh my God, I've got no more bloating, my skin's better, I've got more energy, I'm sleeping better, my relationship's better, my sex drive is higher, I've lost some weight, but you are going to tell me that you strength train. Yep, I do strength training once or twice a week, whatever that looks like. I intentionally move my body every single fucking day. Because I want to be here feeling fucking amazing now, not one day. Now. Because I realized something today on the end of my run. I'm 40. I used to think 40 was so old, but I don't feel old at all. Like, what does old feel like? I don't feel old at all, but I see some 40-year-olds struggling and saying that they're old. Oh, I'm old now. Oh, I look good for an old girl. What the fuck? Girlfriend, I still feel like I'm 25. Okay, I've got more loose skin on my tummy than 25-year-olds because I've had 4 kids. I've had twins. This body has fucking done so much. But I could run faster than them. I could probably lift a lot heavier than them. How do you want to age? If you want to feel better, you've got to start actually taking care of yourself, and popping a pill is not the answer. If you're struggling here as well, don't forget I have the Vitality Project, my 12-week group coaching, where I hold your hand through this. We have pep talks twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. And I can hold your hand. I educate through this stuff. When you're feeling overwhelmed, you go, Danni, I'm struggling this week. I just can't seem to get my ass out of bed. And I'll probably say one of two things. One, fucking get your ass out of bed. And two, what is holding you back? Is it fear? Is it tiredness? Is it just not having a habit around it? Like, what do you need? What needs to happen to make sure that happens? Coaching is the best money you'll spend. If you want to be a tennis player, you'd go get a coach. If you want to be a swimmer, you'd go and get a coach. If you want to learn the piano, you'd go and get a teacher. You want to change your life, so what do? You go and get a pill. That doesn't make sense. It's time to love yourself. It's time to love your health. Time to start training, not for fat loss, not to get bulky like the freaking bodybuilders, but for your long-term health and happiness. I'll pop the link to the Vitality Project and my app in the show notes. I'd love to see you there. And if you have any questions or you're stuck in any way, please always reach out to me on Instagram. My inbox is always open. And if I don't reply because you trigger one of my bots, please just write me another message. I hope you enjoyed this pep talk. Chat to you soon.